Before I start, if you enjoy real-life stories of betrayal and heartbreak, make sure to subscribe to my channel and share your thoughts in the comments. I'd love to hear your experiences too. Now, let me tell you what happened the night my life changed forever.
Look at that face.
It started with a laugh.
Still trying to
cruel,
charm your way out of
careless
the
laugh
washing
that I
up
threw
after
at
all
my
these
husband without
years.
thinking.
Look at you,
We
time
were
to
at
be
a small
serious.
gathering with a few close friends.
We both know
and
you're
I had just made
laughing
a
on the
joke,
inside,
something
darling.
about how he always takes things too seriously. The room chuckled, and I leaned back, thinking I had scored a clever point. But what I didn't expect was the way he looked at me, calm, almost serene, and then slowly, quietly, he smiled. Not a playful smile, not one of affection, but a smile that carried a weight I couldn't yet name. And then, without a word, he stood up and walked out. I froze, my laughter stuck in my throat. "Wait, where are you going?" I called after him, but he didn't turn. He didn't even glance back. That night, I went to bed alone, a chill running down my spine, though I couldn't tell if it was from the air conditioning or something deeper. In the days that followed, small things began to unsettle me. His phone would buzz at odd hours, and he'd step out of the room with a casual excuse. At first, I told myself I was imagining things, paranoia creeping in after a stressful week. But the missed calls, the texts he quickly hid when I entered the room, and the sudden defensiveness started to gnaw at me. I remember one morning, making coffee as he quietly slipped past me, trying to avoid eye contact. My chest tightened. I wanted to ask what's going on, but something in the set of his jaw told me he wouldn't answer. And he didn't. Weeks passed like this, a quiet, growing tension that I couldn't shake. Memories that once felt warm now stung. The way he held my hand on our first date, the way he'd hum in the kitchen while I cooked. Suddenly, I wondered if any of it had been real. Was I the only one laughing? The only one pretending everything was fine? And then I found it. The message thread. One accidental glance while he left his phone unlocked. My stomach dropped, and my hand shook as I scrolled. Text filled with inside jokes I didn't know existed. Plans I wasn't invited to. Words that were too intimate to be just friendly. My heart thudded painfully as I realized he had been distant because he was already elsewhere. Emotionally, mentally, heart and soul. When I confronted him, I expected anger, defensiveness, maybe tears. But he didn't raise his voice. He didn't beg me to understand. He just looked at me, the same calm, knowing smile from that party, and said, "I tried to stay. I really did. But I can't pretend anymore." I felt like the floor had dropped beneath me. I wanted to scream, to blame, to beg him to stay. But his eyes, so steady, so final, made me realize there was nothing left to save. Not because I hadn't loved him, not because he didn't love me, but because trust, once broken this deeply, can't be repaired with apologies. He left with nothing but a quiet goodbye. No dramatic arguments, no shattered furniture, no screaming, just the echo of his footsteps and the hollow space he left behind. And in that silence, I understood something painfully clear. Sometimes the person you push away with a careless word is the one who chooses to walk away, and you have no right to stop them. In the months that followed, I wrestled with guilt, regret, and the crushing weight of self-reflection. I realized I had mocked not just him, but the love we shared. I replayed every memory through a sharper lens, seeing now how my impatience, sarcasm, and carelessness chipped away at the foundation of our marriage. Yet, I also learned the hardest lesson of all. Some endings, no matter how painful, are necessary for growth. I didn't hate him. I didn't want revenge. I wanted to understand, and slowly I began to forgive, not him, not yet, but myself. And as time passed, I started to rebuild a life where my worth wasn't tied to someone else's choices, where my laughter didn't mask cruelty, and where love could exist without fear of betrayal. Now, when I think of that night, I no longer feel the sting of humiliation or the panic of losing him. I feel the weight of truth. The truth that sometimes a smile can be the quietest, most devastating goodbye. And sometimes walking away is the bravest thing a person can do for themselves. So, to anyone listening, cherish the people who choose to stay, but also respect the ones who leave. Because their departure might hurt like nothing else, but it also carries lessons you'll need to learn to love yourself fully.